Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms and welcome back to our Erlengrat Let's Play series. So if you're new to the series, we are attempting to create a profitable dairy enterprise, focusing on cows and grass silage. So they're going to be our two main income streams. So we're currently in the process of selling our first silage harvest. So we're currently getting about $20,000 per load, and we've got about 200,000 litres of silage to move. So currently what I'm doing is just doing a couple of trips back and forth to the animal dealer to sell it. I've got a worker here who's tedded the field for me, and we've created some hay. So what I'm going to do is, while I'm moving this silage around, we will get this field windrowed. So that's field 18. So I'm just going to drop this off here. Yeah, we'll get that field windrowed. So while it's getting windrowed, we will move some more of the silage. I believe the cows are still okay for food, so we'll double check that in a minute. We've only gone through 1 hour of game day for the month of July, so we should be fine in that regard. But basically we are just starting to make a bit of money. So we were pretty low. We were trying to sell slurry initially, but it hasn't really worked out the way I would have liked. So let's lower the windrower, turn this on, so I might get a bit of a better line up here. And I think once this is windrowed, we will get the worker to potentially cut the adjacent field for us. So we should be able to leave this guy, or guy this time, to windrow that for us while we attend to the silage. So let's get underway with that. So what I've been doing is just driving into the pile as best I can. So let's turn let's make sure we're on the right tool, lower the pickup, turn the silage wagon on. I'm just trying to pick up as much as we can here. Now obviously we're in a bit of a position here where we can't quite get into this pile. This is not the ideal way that you would pick up silage. So let's see if we can use this front bucket to help us get some traction here. So let's get back to our... So lower pickup, turn the wagon on. Oh, so we have picked up a full load. Now the challenge is going to be getting out of here. We should be able to get over, hopefully. Probably not. Let's see if we can back this out now, get a bit of momentum. Now I can use the front bucket to help push me out. I did this before and it seemed to work alright. The last thing I want to do here is lose this load of silage. Okay, let's see if we can push up on the side here. Okay, lift the... So you can lift the... if I get to the right setting, you can actually lift the wagon up quite a bit. Let's drop this back down. So if you are getting stuck, okay, let's see if we can detach the trailer. Okay, this is an interesting method, I must admit. So what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to attempt to try and drag the loading wagon out of the pile. With the front load bucket, so let's have a go at this. If I had a front weight, this would not be a problem. So let's go grab the silage compactor, because that's 2 tons. So that'll give us a bit of extra weight to prevent us from tipping so much. Okay, let's try this. Not quite. I wonder if I can push it. It might be chocked actually, so it's probably going to be unlikely that I can shift it. Okay, this is probably not going to go well, but let's just see what happens. Now the silage should not fall out of here. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and recover this. I'm going to cut the video there, and then we'll come back and see if we can't rescue it. So, see you in a couple of minutes. Alright, so we seem to be having a win here, getting this forage wagon out of the pit. So all I did was just come around the other side, get the front loader bucket up under that little ridge there, and I'm just going to push this out. So the issue was, it's because it's got the 4-wheel steering, or the 6-wheel steering on the forage wagon. As you can see, the wheels were locked up in the turned position, so once it got stuck, wasn't able to turn back to straight. Hence why it was jammed. So this is ideal. This is obviously not how you would do this ideally, but I didn't want to have to reset this trailer and potentially lose all that silage, so this is basically the next best option. So that that compactor came in very handy actually. Alright, let's hook this up and go and sell it. And we'll drop our bucket down so we don't cause an issue. Our windrower is nearly complete. He's about, yeah, probably 1 or 2 more passes, and then that'll be sorted. So that'll give us some hay. So what we'll probably do is we'll switch that guy over to the mower and continue with the mowing on field 19. And I think we'll do hay again because we want to get our hay stock up. Just because hay is a little bit more optimal for the cows. And I probably think we should look to get a small milk trailer so we can start to sell some of that milk. So whether or not we lease one or we can pick one up in the sales used, just start to get some of that cow's milk moving and sold. Obviously I'll have to check when the ideal time to sell is, so we get the best price for it. The reason why I'm selling the silage now is just to... Actually, I just had a thought. If I had some silage in the bucket here, I could get an extra 1,000 litres while transiting. I mean, not a huge deal, but Instead of bringing 44,000 litres, we're bringing 45. Alright, here we are at the sell point again. Alright, let's flick to our loader. So it should unload for us. So probably another 20 grand here, hopefully. That's not too bad, actually. Let's keep going back there. Right, worker B has completed their task, so what I'm going to try and do is I'll send this guy back with a worker. We'll go and hook up the mower. Target is unreachable. Let's try this area. So I definitely find if you try and send the worker anywhere that is confined space, worker J is blocked by an object. Is that this guy or the other guy? Oh no, he's underway. Yeah, if you try and send them to anywhere other than a sort of openish area, they struggle to get there. However, if it's in the middle of a field, close by, they tend to go okay. So, I mean, it's not a perfect system by any means, but definitely very useful as a game feature. Because it just allows me and you to be a little bit more productive. So rather than driving that vehicle back manually, the auto drive can drive it back. So this is not the auto drive that we have on PC, but just the auto drive function in game. Just allows the... So let's double check this is actually ready to go. Yeah, so this is the field we rolled a couple of episodes ago, so we should get quite a bit of yield out of this. Effectively double, because last time we did it, it was 50%. Now we are 100% fertilised, so by my logic, and probably the logic of many others, the expectation would be that you'd get double the amount of grass. So I guess we will find out. So let's line this guy up. I'm going to send him off with a worker. So I'm going to overlap slightly, just because. So this worker should straighten up for us. Nice checkered shirt, mate. Oh, look at that goatee. That just screams business, doesn't it? Okay, let's just check it out. 50% fertilised. Okay, cool. Worker D is blocked by an object. Let me guess, same spot as last time. What was he blocked by? Yeah, that's one thing I find with the AI workers. They do tend to get stuck on these routes that they pick. Now, even given that this is a cool gas station, Gasolino. Hola. I mean, I would have thought Gasolino would be more of a South American type of brand because of the, you know, Spanish sort of influence. I wouldn't have thought a European map would be calling their fuel station Gasolino. I do like the styling of the gas station, actually. That one's pretty cool. Can't really see it from here, but... I like the gas station design on, what is it? Silverrod Forest too. So that's pretty cool. If you couldn't tell, I'm a bit of a fan of gas stations for some reason. Don't really know why, but I just find them very interesting in this game. Maybe because it just adds that touch of realism. Alright, how are we going to tackle this one? I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drive up backwards this time. I mean, it'd be good if in the next game, so the main FS title, which is probably likely going to be FS25. So I've got a video in the works just discussing my theories and plans around that game. when it's likely to come out, what we're likely to see, that type of thing. But if they could get like a Shell or a BP or one of those American sort of, what do you call it? Oh, turn off, turn on. Fuel companies. I mean, I'm not sure. What have you got? So if you're an American watching this video, what are the, I guess, the most common gas station brands that you have in the States? Why is this not picking up anything? I can't figure it out. Ah, it's picked up chaff, that's why. No, I don't want the chaff, mate. Let's drop that off. I have been to the States before and I can't remember. I've got a feeling it was Chevron, I want to say. But I know there is certainly a number of providers of petrol, gas, whatever you want to call it. I know in Asia, Petronas is very common. So they sponsor a Formula 1 team, I'm pretty sure. So how about this? If you're watching this and you're from a different part of the world, please feel free to share what your gas station chains go by. Because I think if they could get like a BP or a Shell or a Chevron or a Petronas branded fuel station for the next game, I reckon that'd just be pretty cool. So, alright, what am I going to do here? I'm stuck again. I'm going to have to tilt this bucket, aren't I? I'm really going to have to come up with a better plan for moving this silage for next time around, so we don't continually get stuck like this. Okay. Alright, I'm going to cut the video there. I'm going to try and fix my issue again, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Stay tuned. Alright, so things haven't gone to plan at all. So what I'm having to do is I'm having to empty out the bunker silo in this fashion that I'm about to demonstrate. I'm dumping the silage outside on a concrete pad so I can get a clear path to get this wagon out, and the intention will be to pick up the silage that is outside with the loading wagon, with the intention of it not being stuck. So the issue I had here is basically because the silage man was too high, I couldn't get the loading wagon over. I mean, it's no surprise because the loading wagon is not supposed to drive over silage pits. So I've had to go to the trouble of leasing the feed wagon, which is with this one, or the mixing wagon if you will. So I can utilise this to start feeding the cows. However, it's $8,000 worth of leasing costs that I didn't really want to have to spend at this point in time. But to rescue my forage wagon, this is what I've had to come up with. So this seems to be working pretty well. Obviously the issue is I don't want to lose any of this silage because it's quite valuable. And ideally, like, I'm double handling it here, but okay, good, this guy's done. So let's actually flick back to the farm, grab the tedder, and we'll get this field 19 tedded, and then that way we've got a nice stockpile of hay ready to go to pick that up later on. So what I'll do is I'll grab the tedder. Who would have thought silage would be so solid? Every time I drive into it, like it's like driving into concrete. I mean, maybe it does set very like really hard in real life. I've got no idea. So if anybody's a silo aficionado who knows the ins and outs, feel free to let me know in the comments. Where is the hitch on this? Around this side. Right, so hopefully I've done enough to rescue the forage harvester. The forage wagon. I keep calling it a forage harvester. It's a wagon. Loading wagon. Forage wagon. Oh, I really need to clean the farm up too. I've got equipment everywhere. So that's part of the experience though with this game. You try things don't work out, things go pear-shaped, and you've got to problem solve. And then you live and learn for next time. So obviously I'm not a cow expert by any means, so I don't normally play with cows that much. I do more arable, so like grain crops, that type of thing. So I'm pretty proficient with that sort of stuff. Okay, so he is all good. Alright, let's see if we can't rescue this trailer. And I've got a fair bit of silage actually to pick up as well, so that's going to be a little bit of work, but okay, I should be able to get this out here. Ooh, physics are going to go a bit crazy here. Let's try and detach and retach. Yeah, the problem with this wagon is it's got the steering issue. So let's see if I can't unload. If it makes it a bit lighter for me. Yes, this is what I don't like about this wagon. That's those wheels. Now it wouldn't normally be an issue, but for what I'm trying to use it for. Okay, stop unloading. Let's see if we can pick up this. A little bit of stuff here. I should drop this down. So I should be able to pick up what we're on. So that should give us enough room to get out, I would have thought. Probably not, because now I'm probably stuck at the rear end on the bloody pile. Alright, well what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video there. We'll come back next episode. I'm going to rescue this trailer and see if we can't salvage this silage operation. And then we're going to reimagine it and reconsider how we're going to move forward with this bunker, because I don't really want to be doing this every time I try to empty the silage bunker. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you liked the video, leave a like, and if you want any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below and I'll endeavour to get back to you. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.